Hey y'all, welcome to My Way Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expansive point of view as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time and therefore should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. So this is going to be an indigo reading and basically I'm going to pull cards and yeah. So it's like a revival in like reading for indigos. You'll get cool. Um so indigos, like the message for you today is very much centered around the fact that you have a very unique path. And a lot of you, this unique path is finally opening up for you. The path that you've been walking that is sort of the same as everyone else is has come to a conclusion. Oh, happy equinox. It seems like that's going hand in hand with the indigos. Um yeah, happy new beginnings. I hope for you guys that this cycle brings a deeper connection to yourself, a deeper connection with the things which you desire, that you wish to be close to, be that certain people, be that certain opportunities. Um, and I also wish you a better understanding of yourself and life in general. All right. So, yeah, as I was saying, indigos, it seems to be going hand in hand with this equinox where it's like that whole part of your life that was seeming to be the same as everybody else's, even though you kind of felt weird within that path because it either seemed to you that things were happening for other people but not happening for you, or happening quicker or easier for other people but not happening for you. And this was the reason why. It's because you have your own path that's actually set out for you based on your template. And it's a path that you haven't seen so much within society. That's why you were like before, you were not able to be like, oh, it's cool. This is just not my path. This is the path that I'm actually supposed to be on, type of thing. But it's now, it's going to open up for you. Like, I'm getting that you have, you've experienced certain activations within your life, or yeah, within your day-to-day happenings that have allowed you to connect to the path that is currently about to open up to you. Um, and that includes, like, the need for isolation, the feeling different, and yet just going on about yourself, and also kind of like staying true to your difference and not forcing yourself to be like other people. So that kind of loyalty to yourself, that kind of inquisitive nature towards your own nature, towards your own unique characteristics, allows you, or has allowed you to connect to your own personal timeline. Basically, if you were forcing yourself to be like other people, this timeline was not going to open up for you. You were not going to be able to connect with it because, like, how? Because you were constantly going to be missing it because you're more focused on being like others around you, which, by the way, is a natural response, just because of how isolated and lonely it can feel to not be not be excited by what other people seem to be excited by, to not be stimulated by what other people seem to be stimulated by, it can be very lonely. So it's actually quite normal or natural normal. It's actually quite normal to be like, you know what, I probably have to try harder or something like that. And that's also feelings that you had to transcend. You had to transcend those feelings of wanting to be like everyone else, or hoping that your life would follow the same trajectory as other people's, but realizing that it's not, and still believing that there's something special or there's something different maybe waiting for you out there. And this reading is kind of that. It's kind of saying to you, like, yes, by the way, that suspicion that you've had all this time, that there has to be something for you out there, even if it's not the same as other people. Yes, 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 you were correct within that feeling. And it's starting, that's what's gonna begin to open up for you. Basically, it's like you've stayed true to yourself, you've stayed true to your own nature, you've stayed loyal to your own nature, even though it wasn't easy, because I do keep getting like this whole thing about loneliness, how just because you like spending time by yourself, it doesn't mean that you don't get lonely. You do get lonely, but the reason why, what people don't understand about indigos, is that the reason why you'll still prefer to be by yourself is that you're lonelier when you're with other people. Like, you're the kind of person that can be in a room full of people and still be lonely, and even lonelier than you are by yourself. Some of you don't even particularly feel lonely when you're by yourself. You just feel alone. So you just feel disconnected from everybody else. That makes you think that you're feeling a feeling of loneliness. But it's just that being alone is not a situation that social conditioning deems okay. And so it's that inner war of, I shouldn't be alone, I should be okay to be with people, that makes you think there's something wrong, and therefore think of yourself as lonely. However, there are those of you that, yes, it's a feeling of no, you see, it keeps pushing back and saying, no, it's when they're with other people that's when they feel lonely, because there's people around you, you're not alone, and yet you're lonely. There's no one in this group that you can honestly connect with from your true nature. Whereas when you're by yourself, you can at least be completely yourself. And that's what takes away the lonely aspect. And at the most, just leaves you as alone. This is also people that are kind of like close to just one person. So if you're married, or if you're in a relationship, you're the kind of person that will be like, my person is my best friend type of vibe, because literally they are the only person that you are able to reveal yourself completely to. Indigos are very much aware of the different persona they have to step into every time they're in public, every time they're at work, every time they're at a certain meeting, every time they're at the mall. Like, and that's why they would like, I would rather not do this. Because it's not about, oh, I don't like people. It's got nothing to do with the people. It's the fact of having to put up a barrier, or having to be a more conditioned version of oneself when one is not by oneself. You get? So, yeah. And that's what the indigo really gets annoyed at. It's like, no, but the thing is, if I'm by myself, or if I'm just with this person, then I don't have to put up that barrier. I don't have to put on that mask. I don't have to be this person that is not holistically me. Like, yeah, that is me, but that's like 30% me. And the other 70% is the conditioned version that I use to make sure I'm not offending anyone, make sure I'm not being weird, make sure that I am within everybody's boundary of what it means to be the gender I am, the race I am, the what people my height act like, what people my size act like. Like there's all these restrictions. And the indigo is very aware of that. Everybody has to go through that. But the indigo is hypersensitive to that and is very aware of that. And that's why they prefer not to be connected to situations that involve them being around a lot of people. But yeah, more than anything, your own path is opening up. And again, I just want to stress how different this path is from. Whoa, that's crazy. Yeah, for real. Okay. I just want to stress how different this path is. Yeah. And there's that too. It's like this is like everybody else's path, and this is like your path. Now you might be thinking, oh no, Zan, this doesn't look nice. This looks like all thorny and weird. And it's like not thorny, it's roots. And like they're like lighting up. Like I don't know if you can kind of see it. And this card is on top of this card. So it's talking about how this and this are the same thing. But when you first come across your path, you're going to see it kind of the way you reacted to this. Kind of like, oh no, like no, this isn't gonna work out. Like, why don't I just have the same path as everybody else? Like, why? And the thing is, it's like, yo, chill and feel it out. Like, relax. It's okay that you have an initial reaction that is kind of like afraid and is kind of like, no, I don't want this and whatever. But I'm getting, give it time, because this is what it actually looks like, and it is different than other people's. It's quite a different path. 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 I watch way too much American TV. There's a certain Okay, cool. There's a certain idea you have in your head about how things are meant to look in your life, and you don't understand that the reason you have that idea is conditioning. It's social conditioning, which there's nothing wrong with that. But the template which you have is different, boo. Like, and you're gonna realize as soon as you step into that template, like as soon as you pass the fear threshold of the whole, oh no, and actually step into it completely, you're gonna realize how natural you feel within it, how this is how you've always wanted to feel, how much you embody flow within this own particular path that is meant for someone running the matrix that you're running, like the program that you're actually running. Because currently a lot of you are running under the mass programming, and it's messing you up. Yes, because you like under the mass programming, you're not even getting the attunement to your energetic body that you need. You're not getting the proper upgrades. You're not getting the proper activations. But understand that under your specific or within your specific path, you're going to be more connected to the alignments, to the activations, to the attunements that you're supposed to be receiving. You're basically going to feel way more aligned. You're going to feel way more aligned. You're going to feel way more aligned. Your life is suddenly going to make sense to you more. You're not going to feel so much like a stranger in your own body or in your own mind or within the feelings that you have. Some of you, for example, some of you are in like long-term relationships, right? Like marriages or like just long-term relationships. And there's days when you literally just want to be alone. And it's like, but what do you mean? You is married. And like that's the thing. You react that way to that feeling within you. And sometimes you like be to yourself like, shit, is there something wrong with me? Like, because it's got nothing to do with your partner. This is not I want to be away from my partner. This is just I just want to be alone for a little bit. I just want to be alone. And some of you be so hard on yourselves, like, and you feel like, oh no, am I a bad partner because I feel this way? Am I like, why do I feel this way? There's something wrong with me. And it's like, no, but as soon as you, whoa, okay, this card keeps coming out. What's up? Okay. Like, as soon as you, like, embody this particular upgrade that's going to like reveal more of your path and make you feel more at home within yourself, you're not going to be so weirded out by your own urges, by your own way of seeing things, of reacting to certain things. This is so beautiful. It says reclaim your power, and it's just talking about, oh yeah, like how much, yeah, you know what it feels like? It feels like you've been urambo. Like you've been fighting all your life. And again, it's because, the alignment was just not aligning yet, and that's why it required you to just be going harder than anybody else, which you did. You did this strange thing where you step into this third dimension in terms of physicality and mentality and like heart patterns, and you are of a higher frequency. But there's the realization that this is not that place. This is not like, there's access to high frequency here, but the what we call society, the collective that you're a part of, is pretty much okay functioning at a certain frequency, and you adapted because you're really good at that. Indigo things, so that nobody can see you're different. You adapted. I mean, look at this girl with she went in like Rambo. Rambo. She was like, fuck this. I got this. Like, what? They don't know. And you were like, listen. And yeah, you basically like, you played this game. You played the third dimensional game. And, it's very interesting because other people that are like completely about this game, they can't even play it the way you can, and you're not even from here. And, it didn't make you love it though. You still hate this fucking game because what the fuck is this? Like, what is this? What in the savagery is this? And now you've reclaimed that frequency that you were actually born out of, that frequency that is the original blueprint of your template. Because you were up until now functioning like you were in Survivor, boo. Because you come from this higher frequency template, you're born into this dimension, you're needing to adapt, so you play the game the way everybody else plays it, and it's rough because this is not how you do things, and it's hard on you, it's hard on your mind, it's hard on your heart, and you end up even forgetting who the fuck you are until somewhere along the way there's certain things that call out to you. Your ancestors start whispering to you, like your guardian angels, your higher self starts saying, boo, what are you doing? Like, we said go learn their ways, but we didn't say like, go become them. Like, chill. And okay, besides that, you got it, you're good, come back home. And like, you've been doing that, you've been finding your way back and finding your way back, but it really got to that point where you had forgotten who you are. You were like, nah, I'm one of them now. And they're like, no, you're not, come back, come back. Stop. You're doing too much. Come back. And you're finally kind of easing into this flow again. You found your flow. You found this like unique template of the indigo. And like, oh my God, it's like you finally get to take a breath and ease into who you really are. Some of you are just gonna enjoy like a good time of just like crying, like weeping, because there's so much that you've stored within your body that you need to just let go of. Because it's like, it's been years and sometimes generations of being in the wild. But like, it's okay because you finally connected to your original blueprint and you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. It's going to wash over you like a drizzle on a sunny day. You know, when it like rains softly and lightly, but the sun is out, that's what it's going to feel like. It's going to feel like you're home. And that's because you will be. You'll be home within yourself. And it's going to make you feel better about everything. You're going to be less anxious. It's going to allow you to be a better partner, a better parent, a better friend, like a better employee, a better entrepreneur, a better person in general, because you're finally, the labyrinth has brought you back to who you really are. And you appreciate it so much because of the journey that you've gone through, the journey that you've traveled. You appreciate more what you are so much. And there's also a whole story that's about to unfold about what you really are, like the secrets of the indigo. Yeah. Cool. So that's what I have for you guys. If you resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to book a reading, all the information is in the description box. And once again, happy equinox. And what I mean by that is that happy new cycle. For some of you, it might feel weird at first, but you'll calibrate and you're gonna be just fine. And this one is a big one for some of you. Like, it's a big one, and you've earned it. So yeah, don't you dare doubt yourself. Cool.